Okay, Sagittarius, December 18th to January 18th. Jupiter, you got luck on your side. The Archer. Getting 9. If you need to get tested or something like that to do with testes or ovaries, I definitely recommend doing that. If you're drinking way too much and you already know that you're drinking way too much, cut it out. Some moderation and everything. Okay, Sagittarius. It is luck. So if you're making certain decisions right now, we got the moon upright. There's a lot of things that are hidden from you. Things that you know nothing about. It's almost like there's two sides. Let's say two sides of your family or something like that. You have a lot hidden that has never been shared with you. You're basically going on moonlit journeys. So the light from the moon is allowing you to be guided to see footsteps in front of yourself. Like this, how do I put this? It's almost like you could see in the dark. Okay? So you're allowing your intuition to guide you in certain aspect, even though you don't know the full story of everything. All right? And dogs barking in the background. I'm not sure if that has something to do with that. Usually dogs are man's best friend, right? But sometimes if they're used as like guard dogs or something, they're not so friendly. They can easily turn on you as well if you mistreat them. If you're just using them in a certain way or you're mistreating any animal, they can turn on you. Getting ties with the Vikings right now. I'm seeing carved boats. Sagittarius, you're the Archer. Can also be known for hunting, right? Gemstones, blue topaz and garnet. I'm getting more so the blue topaz. That's kind of like blues and reds. Maybe you want to balance out between the two of them. You get one. I feel distracted. If you feel distracted, maybe get your arrow pointed in the right direction. You're an archer, right? You got to focus on the target. You got to focus on what's at stake here. You got to not think about the people or things happening around you, as long as it's not impacting you right away. You know, like right there in your face, and you have to do something about it. Then stay focused. You've got luck on your side. Stay focused and doing what you need to do, even if you don't have all the answers. Almost seeing like people coming and jumping out from around the bush or something like that. Even if people are going to try to distract you or throw you off your game or something like that, you really need to be able to stay balanced and focus on what it is that you need to do. In time, things will come out on their own. You don't need to focus too much about it. It's kind of like the idea of watching water boil in a pot. It seems to take a lot longer when you're standing there waiting for it to boil, right? I'm getting frustration too. Like I'm frustrated doing this reading right now. One female energy, feminine energy, goddess, oracle, and goddess coming through. Oh, generosity. Very happy card. So in the midst of all that BS, you've got a little ray of sunlight, whether that be you or somebody else. I'm seeing oranges in the background. Maybe you're eating a lot of oranges, or you need to eat oranges, or something to do with the sacral. Number 41, which is 5, which is change. She's got a beautiful headdress on there full of beads and almost like metallic like feathers. So that can be symbolic. Maybe you do metal work or something like that. She's got like a nice line of orange and yellow across her cheeks. So maybe you're feeling what little sun we have come in. You feel it touch your skin and it just automatically rejuvenates you. Soak up as much as you can. Vitamin D, vitamin C. I got in the background, it looks like a pick. If you're digging at something, you're mining for something. Could be gold. Gold could also be your happiness, your sunlight. right? I almost see the symbol with Zelda there. I don't know if you know what Zelda is, but most of you do. Maybe video games is something that brings you joy. Just remember, manage your time wisely. Don't play too many video games. Oshun, generosity. So you've got the sun, and you've got the moon. You've also got little, you know those women that wear the belts for belly dancing? Little bells and stuff like that. Maybe you want to introduce some of those around your house, you know, because they give off a frequency when they chime. Or maybe get some wind chimes or something. Oshun, generosity. You're used to always giving. Or maybe you need to start giving. If you're used to always taking, then maybe you need to start giving. It's one or the other. I'm gonna assume if you're drinking, you're used to always giving away of yourself. So when it comes to yourself, you'd rather just drown it out. That could be problematic, right? You want to be able to balance out your generosity, not just with other people, but with yourself. Make sure you're giving to yourself too, not just other people, or else you feel empty and then you feel like you need to fill your cup up with something else. Not usually the best way of going about it. But again, you've got luck on your side if you keep working hard, taking care of your body. Seeing like, almost looks like muscle tendons or arteries or something like that. Just focus on your health too. And yes, soak up what little sun that you can. Number 41. Just feeling that, the sun coming through the window. Don't fear the unknown, because it's just going to create more problems. You're almost like going to co-create negative scenarios. I'm guilty of doing that too, mind you, okay? So I'm not judging you for it. I'm just stating outright, it's a fact. Fear is not going to help you any. If you feel like just dry spell or something like that, don't worry too much about it. Could very well be a spell, right? Not necessarily from you, but other people. Call it a dry spell for a reason. That could also have to do with your drinking too, if you are drinking. If you do it in moderation, that's fine. What is it, like 3 days or something like that? To get reconnected with your higher self if you're drinking, or I don't remember what it is. Okay, number 41. Empowerment message. There is a universal law that centers on unrestrained generosity and flow. Oshun, the benevolent, Yorubian river goddess, the representation of nourishment, healing, fertility, and prosperity, reminds you that life herself has given to you freely. So you've been given opportunities and stuff like that, and lots been given. Again, with Jupiter, luck, you have been offered air to breathe, water to drink, food to eat, shelter to sleep in. So again, being grateful for those things. So it is your task to give freely of yourself, no matter how big or small the act, without expectation of receiving anything in return. The goddess Oshun encourages you to allow gratitude to permeate everything you do right now, even the smallest opportunities and gestures. That very experience of giving and being generous with your heart, time, money, and assistance, kindness, and care will provide more value than you can imagine, obviously, to those that are deserving. And when you release all attachment to the outcome, you will be surprised to see how good the fortune you have bestowed on others comes back to you tenfold. Oshun reminds you that this is a truth that has existed since time began and will continue until the world's very end. Alignment message. Sometimes you may fall prey to fears about whether you will get what you need, so worry about money or love and begin withholding. Almost like a hoarding sense. You may find yourself being overly restrictive and beginning to hoard for the proverbial rainy day. Do you know you cut off generous Oshun's flow of potential when you allow yourself to be convinced there is not enough? The truth is, when you begin to be miserable with your time, affection, and gifts, you will see little in return, as all you begin to notice is what isn't there. In this moment, the goddess Oshun wants you to offer offers you this alignment task. You can expect the great goddess to be generous with you. If you show her you don't trust in the flow of her generosity, you may be cut off. Now is the time to do the opposite of what you fear. When you feel there is not enough money, spend it to signal your trust in abundance. I heard bust. Okay, so if you are doing things like gambling or something like that, I want to say that's you trusting that you'll have more coming in, but it can also be a mask for something else. Okay? I don't know why that's coming in, but if you feel unloved, ask what you can do for yourself, and where you can show love to others and show others that you care. Even a kind gesture made to a stranger sends the sign that you trust in generosity of the world. Don't wait to get what you want. Give it away to others who are deserving, and you will be amazed at how things turn around. So even if you donate to charities or give old clothes away, even the things that no longer serve you, others may find use for them. Keep that in mind. The goddess Oshun has only your best interest at heart, and she's there if you need help too. Okay, so sometimes you may not know the full story or anything, but whatever secrets need to come out will come out. And if you're holding back on yourself too, that's not going to help you any. Okay?